You are presently looking at the cover and some inside pages of a rather controversial new book that has been written by Patricia Ann Sunday after 17 years of intense research, prayer, and effort on her part to dig into the actual writings and pictures of Nostradamus. This particular book pulls up the pictures that have basically been lost for many, many years, and these pictures depict an end times scenario with an identification of the final Antichrist that is spoken so often of in Christian churchdom and around the world. It seems that it's an event that everyone is expecting, but no one really seems to know what to expect, though it is fully written for everyone to see. Part of the end time scenario involves a second sun that is going to approach the Earth and our galaxy, something which, if you will search out science efforts and some of the things that have been presented with science in recent years, you will find that another solar system has in fact intersected with our solar system in the far out reaches, and what you see is a picture of our sun with the reflection of a second sun, which many are now calling the planet Chiron, which is prophesied to pass by, bringing great destruction to the earth. Within Nostradamus' prophecies you will find this planet mentioned, and you will find the time frame which associates itself with the time period in which we are presently living and what this all means. You will see that within the writings, which are presented as Christian writings, there are warnings to the Christian church of trouble beginning in 2012. You will also see warnings and prophecies of over 400 years ago that depict the position in which the Antichrist will be found, his association with Satan himself, as Satan will enter into him even as Jesus enters into Christians and lives and dwells in their heart. Satan will enter it fully into this man who is fully prepared by religious dogma to receive him, and he will be in position to take authority over the new one world church and the new one world order that everyone is continually talking about. So you will find some very interesting and insightful comments throughout this synopsis book, which is a synopsis taken from approximately 700-page book, which goes into far more detail. Both books are available through Sunday Ministries Incorporated. They can be found at authorhouse.com or amazon.com online. The author herself is Patricia Ann Sunday, and there is a synopsis of her efforts on the back cover of the book, and you can find more about the book there. There is also a purposeful statement as to the background of Patricia Sunday, the establishing of Sunday Ministries Incorporated, and the call that God placed on her life, which is depicted even in Nostradamus' prophecies from 430 years ago, as he depicted this woman with the ponytail who would come forth and be given the interpretation and the revelation of his writings, which at the time that he wrote them had to be concealed, or he would have simply been put to death as a heretic. And certainly the occultists in the Catholic Church have declared him as their own, and the Catholic Church has said that they could have him because they didn't want him because of his predictions that involved the final Antichrist and in the involvement of that church. So you will find some very, very intriguing revelations involving the times and the seasons that we find ourselves living in right now. And if you have had your interest tweaked by this little brief video introduction to this material, I would fully encourage you to obtain it and see what a true Christian viewpoint has to say about the prophecies of this individual, William Branham, and the little book of Revelation 10, and how they all tie together. We're living in that time, and we need to be aware of the time that we're living in.